part 2, everybody. So I think mostly everybody was either in the room or attended virtually. So our moderators are Mike.
Come on up here, Mike.
So if Mike's going to come up, let's give him a warm welcome. Yeah.
Either way, it don't matter. Mike was fine.
And then we have Lawrence. Let's give him a warm applause. And Mr. Diggs. Let's give him a warm applause. He's ill.
Yes.
He's out ill.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Keith he kind of injured himself at work, and so he had to cancel. Hope he should be watching, or he probably.
No, he's at the hospital. He posted.
He did.
A few hours ago, he at the hospital.
Oh, well, well. If you follow him, give a shout out to him. Get well, and we will see him in the future. You cannot see him because he's just one of us. All right.
So as the moderators are getting settled and people are getting drinks, I want to invite everybody to make sure there are refreshments over here. Help yourself at any time during the forum. If you want to come over and grab something, feel free to do so. Don't hesitate. For the moderators, if you all need anything, feel free to kind of give me that look. I pretty much know what everybody's drinking, and I'll bring you something. Okay? So, this is part 2 of Date, Affirm, the Real. First, we want to give a shout out and a huge thanks to Jeff for allowing us to host here and for all of his technological experience and help. The premise of what we're doing, as most of you all know, but we upload this to YouTube, and we want to make sure that everybody knows the purpose of this, and it is to discuss anything revolved around relationships. Marcus and I are not gurus. We are not giving anybody advice. We don't know everything. So that's why we bring other people together, so that we can share our experiences and our thoughts, and hopefully get people engaged in talking about having healthy relationships. I think we focus a lot of time and energy on talking about what goes bad in relationships, but there are a lot of relationships that have very healthy components that maybe you all may want to share what you do that's healthy in your relationship, and it might, bring somebody else's attention and awareness to that, and they might say, wow, that's good. I'm going to take that advice, or that's something for me to probably work on as an individual or as a couple. And so that's really the whole premise of what we're doing. And so please feel free to offer your advice, your suggestions, and your experiences. Because, again, we don't know everything, and we're very open to that. Marcus and I have been together for 6 months next week, so we don't know everything.
There you go.
But it's been a great journey, and it's something that I've really enjoyed. I posted the other day, this is one of the healthiest relationships I've ever been in my life. And I've been married twice, so there's a lot that I've been able to glean out of this relationship. I want to share those things. Marcus wants to share those things, and then we want to hear from what you all have also experienced in your all's relationships and what you want going forward. All right? We ready to do this thing?
Yeah.
All right, so Marcus is going to, again, be moderating and everything. We still have questions that we didn't get to in part 1. And so this is basically going to be a continuum, and then we're going to also be interacting with our virtual side. So the virtual people, we see y'all, we'll be engaging. And so just remember, we can't get to everybody's question. So don't be upset if we don't get to the question, because it gets meaty. It gets interesting. All right? All right, babe, take it away.
All right. one more quick thing. Everybody, do me one favor if you can. Log on to your Facebook page and share this on your Facebook. Let's get out there because we want this forum to grow. We want the healthy to grow. Everybody we get together because the people here, there's other people out there who need this as well. So, with that being said, what we're going to do, we'll start the questions rolling, okay?
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one of the ladies pick one of the questions out of here, and then Marcus can read the question. So, I'm going to start with you, Lena.
Let's see what she got.
Does the good guy feel flat, flat from other men about being a good guy?
All right, yeah. So does the good guy feel or get flack from other guys about being the good guy? What that's really saying is, hate to say it, but the barbershop, sometimes in the barbershop, when you're the good guy, the nice guy, you're not always the most I don't want to say respected, but you're always picked on or joked about. So, how do you feel about that? I'm going to start with you, Diggs, because you're first.
Who cares? No, I got to be me. And what I do in my spare time, in my home, with who I hang out with, that's on me. I can't let everybody else move me the way they want to. I can't let anyone else's words affect me. No, that's a relationship killer right there. Oh, my homeboy said this about. I don't care what your homeboy said. I got to experience that myself with me and mine. Whether it's my girl or who I'm hanging out with, what job I'm doing, anything else, it's on me.
Okay.
So I can't care what anybody else say.
He's not on? Hey. Diggs,
This might be the low mic.
Check, check, check.
how's that sound, everybody?
Is that a little better?
All right. So let's try that mic right now.
Try
Let's
this.
run with that mic. Yeah. So we got that. We're gonna waste too much time on it. Real quick, Lawrence, you want to add anything real quick to that? Respond to that.
Let me think. So I believe the question was, does the good guy feel flack from
Other guys.
Other
About
guys.
being the good guy.
I don't think they feel it from other guys. No. Can you hear me? Is better? Okay. I don't think they feel it from other guys at all. No.
Okay.
Well, guys are not concerned with that type of stuff. It'd be more so with what females like, what they like, and they're attracted to mainly that guy that's probably the bad guy, the dark guy. That's what they're more attracted to. I think so. Any flack would probably come from the opposite sex, not from the male side. No.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
All right. So let's go on to the next question. Good job. It's gonna be a little bit delayed.
Yes,
All right.
delay feed.
Let's go.
So we're going to have Tamara be next to pull a question. What are your thoughts about social media relationship status change?
So the question was, what are your thoughts about social media relationship status change? So this is more like sometimes as guys we'll be in a relationship, but we delay the status change on Facebook from single to in a relationship. How do you feel about that? Do you feel it should be mandatory, or do you feel like it doesn't matter? Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I guess for me, because I don't know if you're married or not, but I've been married for such a long period of time that it really doesn't affect me. My status is always married, so
Yeah.
I really don't have any opinion on that whatsoever.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do?
Yeah, we're gonna pass it on.
We're gonna pass that to Lawrence because
Well, I'll just say this.
no, the reason everybody I know Diggs has been with his wife or in relationship with his wife together for 30 years.
Well, been together 26, married 16.
So when Facebook was coming, when he started Facebook, was married off the rip.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to statuses anyways.
Okay, so my opinion on this is, it really doesn't matter to me. It never has mattered to me. I mean, if you change the status, I mean, who is that for?
So now listen.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, because I'm gonna throw something at you with this.
Okay.
Changing status is like telling the world I'm no longer available. Now, me personally, it may not mean as much because I'm secure in my relationship. But if think about the other person, if they're not secure, or like I say, I want the world to know that you're in a relationship. You know, they want everybody to know. It's almost like a ring, maybe. Could it be that? What? So let me ask somebody. What? Anybody have any thoughts on that in the audience? You do? Come on. Come on. All right. Come step in the mic.
Like Lawrence said, who is that for? Is it for everybody else to know, or is it for your mate to know? Why is that important? Between you and your mate, you know what you are to each other.
Exactly.
So why do I need to share with everybody else on my Facebook that I'm no longer on the market? What difference is it?
Well, can I? Then that's you heard it. What difference does it make?
Well,
Me as a single individual, even when I got engaged, that was only for like a snippet. But I only changed that status for a hot second, then I changed it back to single, regardless to what my status was with who I was engaged to.
Okay.
Nobody else needed to know.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but in all actuality, everybody knows there's been multiple arguments or discussions in relationships about that, and that's why we're gonna take one more comment from the audience about it, and we're gonna move on. Come on, Janelle. Come on, I need your picture of the mic.
I'm just gonna piggyback off what she said. Ooh, I'm just gonna piggyback off what she said. I get it. I used to be back in the day when all this social media started. I'd be like, if I'm in a relationship, why can't I change the status? But I've never changed my status. I've been single, but I've been in relationships, but I've never changed it. The only time I feel a status should be changed is if I'm married. I received a phone call. Somebody said, Rick's status is single. Mine is too, because I'm not married to this man. Until he is, my last name is Williams, I'm going to be single to the day I die on all statuses. Because, and that's just how I feel. Now, once I get married, that's totally different, because I'm not single anymore. Right. But that's just my 2 cents.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, they singing with the answers.
Hey, Marcus, let me get one more comment in on that.
Everybody, hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Dick. What you got?
Because I think all of us, as adults, mature adults, we're kind of all in the same mindset that, if our status changes, the first thing we're not worried about running to Facebook to change it right away. We know where we are inside our home, so Facebook can say whatever. Facebook can say I'm a zebra. I don't care. Now I think all of us are kind of in that same boat. No, that's probably for your 30 and under to change your status. That's more important to them, not for us though.
So what I gather is, it's young folk. It's the younger generation who has more of an issue than mature, 35 and up. So but married, that's the most important tie there is. Let that be known and be proud of it.
All right, Sharon.
Complicated. You can read it to me, and I'll.
Do you believe in therapy? Would you agree to going in a relationship or prior to a relationship?
So I'm gonna direct this one to Lawrence. I'm gonna say it out loud real quick. Do you believe in therapy? Would you agree to going into a relationship or prior to with therapy?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely. I believe that because you enter a relationship, you're going to be different in a relationship. And there's some things about being in whether it's a marital situation or not, that you have to know. Information is good. It's good to have something to start with. You don't have a platform, you don't have anything to utilize, then you won't grow properly. I believe it's important for both people to understand what marriage is, what relationships are, so they don't jump ship and try to, that's kind of the things that happens. You don't have the information. So I think it's important. Yes, I would say therapy is a very good thing to do.
Now, do everybody agree with that? Anybody have anything different about that? Go, okay.
Are you meaning like therapy as an individual, therapy as a couple?
Okay, so the question she asked, the question that was addressed was it therapy as a couple or was it therapy as individual? So we're going to actually say both. So as a couple, as an audience, do you think should you do a therapy couple or some therapy sessions prior to entering a full I might be married to you sessions?
I believe that. I believe that. I totally believe that.
So Rodney says for sure before you get ready into marriage.
Yes.
What about dating? No, go ahead.
Well, no, mine was, he was saying, you said dating, but couple-wise, yes. Even individual, you need to learn about yourself before you step into a relationship.
Okay, so one of the things she was saying.
Took the words right out my mouth.
She's saying individual therapy is actually just as good, if not more important. No, which I can understand. Not every person is perfect. We all have some kind of flaw, or every diamond has some kind of crack. So I get it.
You remember that old school saying, I can't take care of nobody else if I can't take care of myself.
So this is real quick. This is a good question. I'm gonna pass it to her.
I'm just curious to know how many people in this room have gone to therapy.
So I got 1, 2. That's over 50. That's about 50%. Yeah. No, which is great, because if you probably asked that question 20 years ago, that 50% would probably been down to 10%.
Like one person.
So that's amazing. No, I know I didn't raise my hand. I need it, but I still got some things I need to work on my pride. So baby, next question.
What signs indicate whether she's relationship status or
I'll take it.
It's a trick question. Trick question.
All right. So let me repeat the question real quick, everybody. Hold on one second. This is a great question because everybody got the antennas went up.
Trick question.
And once again, I'm gonna direct it to you. I'm gonna direct it to you, Lawrence, because you're the single one in the group.
Okay.
The question is, what signs indicate whether she's in relationship material or she just one of those sexual encounters? We trying to be PC with it.
That's
but,
two. That's two questions.
Okay.
Well, no. I'll tell you what. So this is how I see this. A woman, if she cares for you, she's nurturing. She cares about what you care about. Things like that are important to me. If she a lot of things that you don't have to even ask her to do, because you can see that she wants more than just this one night thing or this sexual thing. You can see that. Even she has kids, how she takes care of her children sometimes can also tell you that too. How dependable she is, reliable she is. All those things are important.
Okay, so let me ask this to some of the ladies in the audience. How do you give off the vibe and say, this is who I am. I want to be the wife, woman. Don't look at me as that. Just something to have sex with. What is there anything you do differently, or any kind of vibe that you will give off any kind of sign, signal? Hold on a second. I'm gonna come to you. My mic is so sharp.
Ultimately, it's how you carry yourself. Your body is your control, in your control. It doesn't matter what a man's idea is. It's what you decide. You really set the tone as the woman, whether or not you're going to be that sexual being for them. Because some women are like that. Some women, they do want just a sexual relationship. So it just really depends on the woman and what she wants. The man really has no say-so in it.
Real okay. I hear that. So I'm gonna counter that. The man has no say-so, but the man is going to judge some way, somehow. So, do you say, "Hey, don't come at me like that," or "This is not what I want"? Also, there are sometimes women. I'm not saying I hate to say, but there are sometimes women who don't know how to give a different approach. To say, "Hey, I want to be a wife," but the way to make you think you that my wife material is to give you these sexual encounters. Do you see what I'm saying? So does that go back to therapy, or does it, how do we address that? Because sometimes you're just saying, "Hey, if I sex him real good, he'll want me. He'll stay with me."
I think it might be important.
Go ahead, Mike.
I think it would be important for a woman to, when you dating, you have to date with intentions, and you have to just basically let that man know, look, my intentions is to be married, in whatever time frame that you feel is necessary. But you have to let them know right up front, I'm dating with intentions. It's not just a one night thing or just a sex thing, and you have to let them know, because most men, they will respond if you give them boundaries and you let them know that, look, this is what I'm after. And if you ain't after the same thing, then, we're not compatible. Don't even waste my time. So you, as a woman, you have to let them know right up front and just date with intentions, just as rather random dating and just these little casual hookups, because that's what you're going to do. Because, if you give it up too easy, or if it's just strictly about sex, why would he want to commit if he's going to get everything he needs without a commitment? If you know what I mean? So some men. And when I say this, I'm speaking in generality. So it's not 100%, but just understand that if it's just going to be a sex thing, men going to treat it as a sex thing, and that's it. So you have to really be careful. And I would just say date with intentions and let them know right up front on the first date, second date, or whatever. But early on, look, this is what I'm after. I plan on being married within a year. If you ain't got the same mindset, you're a nice guy, but see you later. I'm gonna keep it moving.
I hear you. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get one more response from the audience, and we're gonna move on. Come on, Rod. Hold on a second.
I was just thinking that I don't know if it was a real book or not, but I think if you operate from that mindset that Steve Harvey said about the 90-day rule, that sends a man a message that I'm intentional about a relationship, that it's not a sex thing. Don't give it up on the first day.
Okay. So that's going to be another topic for another. That's going to be another topic.
That's next show. That's
another show,
right?
because the amount of time or the length before the sexual encounter between the in the couple is it determined? Yeah. So that's a whole nother section, because we can go about 30 minutes on that topic alone. All right. I hear you. So she said, I hear you. So a woman who wants to know she's going to be married, she's going to carry herself as such.
You don't want nothing else. You're getting too fast. You don't want nothing else.
Do you want or require your woman to be sexually free? Of course.
Hold on. Let me read out loud. All right. So everybody. So here go the question. Do you want or require your woman to be sexually freaky? So we're going So Jeff, you just started. You just joined in. So Jeff, come on and let you get in on that one.
I think everybody in the world know the answer to that question, especially from me. Yeah, I mean, everybody that know me, yeah, hell yeah, three hells yeah.
So,
I think. Though I want to elaborate on it though, if it's not, I think it's on both hands, both parts. I think women expect the same thing. You know, the question from women, so-called question, is does size matter? And I think it's just knowing what you're doing with what you got. You know, it's if you, and the freaky part is meaningful on both sides, though. It's not just from a woman. A woman will appreciate it more, and a man will definitely appreciate it.
okay, so okay, pass him. I'm gonna say before you start, Mike. I'm gonna say one thing. Somebody said, "What is freaky?" Because that actually is what's freaky to one, it may be extreme to the other.
Yeah, because what no, what I was going to say is,
everybody, hold on 1 second.
No.
Go ahead, Mike.
no, my point to that is like, you know, there is, you can be a little too freaky sometimes. I mean, depending on what you into, and you know, some guys may not be like, okay, wait a minute, where did you learn that from? You know, it may be a little too much. You never know. I mean, you know, some guys just like, okay, that's just, you know, the whips and chains and whatever, that might be just a little too much. So you have to know your man and know your woman and know what their freak level is, and meet them where they at.
Okay.
So, because, you know, yeah, all freak ain't the same. All freak ain't equal.
Yeah, you are valid. Yeah, that's a very valid point. Oh, one more time. Wait, we got one more thing. We're gonna move away.
I'm with him. The levels of freaky, but you don't call it's one level of freaky, and then it's everything else. So you have to earn freaky. You don't just because you do chains and whips don't make you freaky. You have to be freaky is all encompassing. It's not because you like certain things. Freaky is everything. It's like
so now.
Yeah, exactly.
So now.
Yeah, it's like.
So hold on. So if we're gonna let Lawrence. Hold on, Jeff. I'm gonna get Lawrence.
But
I'm gonna ask you one question. So do you want to go back to your original statement saying hell yeah?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But see, hold on. See, because chains and whips ain't freaky. That has nothing to do with sex.
See,
They don't have nothing to do with
so
sex.
it's interpretation.
No, I mean that has something to do with dominance. Cause some people bondage you can't have role playing. That's role playing, exactly. Thank you. Chains and whips, that's role playing. That has nothing to do with, we talking about intercourse. Sexually is intercourse. Getting your ass beat ain't intercourse. That's not that.
So because all right.
But if you're having intercourse and getting your ass beat, yeah, then but right, right.
Yeah. So before. So wait a minute. Somebody said time. Hold on, everybody. Somebody in the room said pee on me, but we gonna go there.
But see, all of that stuff don't constitute sexuality. I mean, cause having sex is intercourse. What you foreplay and role play and all that stuff.
All right.
Foreplay. Yeah, those are physical. All of those things are physical things, but chains and handcuffs and bondage and yeah, that ain't sex. That's
so real quick, Jeff. So give it to Lawrence real quick.
that ain't freaky.
So
it ain't freaky.
Hold on, everybody. So this is what we're gonna do.
Freaky.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let. Hold on, 1 second, Lawrence.
Sure.
So what I'm gonna do?
Oh God.
Hold on, guys. 1 second. Because that topic once again gonna take a half hour. But what I'm gonna do? Baby, I need your help on this. Monday, I would like to post in the group what do we consider freaky? What's your interpretation?
Oh God.
Because I want to see everybody's difference. Because
Man.
things are different levels,
I don't
different
know.
balances. Interpretation. What do Google say? Or what did Dick Webster say?
Well-
but go ahead, Lawrence.
Listen, this to me is a very simple one, and yet, like somebody said already, the question has already been. Everybody knows this. Of course, you want that to be the situation. Listen, freaky to me is that's like you have unlimited availability. No, it's like why not me? Why not now? Why not all the time? I'm asking. That's I mean, even though I'm a Taurus and I'm very passionate when it comes to that, I love passion and creativity. But you're supposed to want to do that with your mate. Why not? I mean, listen. Everybody starts a relationship, and the first thing you do is you do everything possible. Then you get in the relationship, and all that stuff starts to die down. You want to keep that going. Why would you not do that with your mate? Why would you hold that piece back?
Okay. Hold on a second. One last question. Go ahead. Remark.
And say, as a woman, your mate, I think it's freaky if we bring a gerbil into it and hit it on your backside. Would you be all right with that?
Wait, hold on. See, like I think Jeff answered that. Jeff answered that because look, here it is. I'm gonna tell you this. Look,
Hold on,
that wouldn't work for me. Why?
Hold on a second.
Because
hold on.
I don't.
Everybody, hold on.
That wouldn't work for me because I.
Hold on.
No, but
hold on, stop. So. This
how we get on
real
gerbils and
quick.
stuff? What's up?
This is the real. So they get is a question addressed to you.
Okay, listen. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Look, one, that would never work because I don't do threesomes. We ain't having nothing else in the room. We don't need to have nothing else in the room. That's it. I mean, you want a camera in the room? That's fine. But you can't anything else. No body, no person, no animals. What are we doing that for? That's not freaky. Right. That's weird.
So we go.
But I get
this is
you.
Why next week Monday we're going to address this in the group. And I want everybody here is part of the group. We shoot your comments out. It's going to be in it when you wake up in the morning or sometime that morning. Let's get it out there. Let's be open with it. Next question, baby.
Can you be vulnerable and share painful moments with a potential partner?
With a potential partner, I'd say probably not right away. Because you say potential, that means they haven't earned my complete trust yet, and vice versa. So there's only so much I'm gonna be comfortable sharing with them. As we move along, then we start to talk more. There's more that I share. If I feel like they're being in such a way like, oh, I don't want to hear this. Here you go again, complaining about this, that, and the other. Okay, now I know there's some type of break here. So we've reached the tip of where we're going to be at. We've shared as much as we're going to be able to share together. So yeah, so keyword in that being potential partners. We're not all the way there yet. We're still getting there.
Go ahead, Mike.
I would agree with what he said, but I would add on a little caveat, especially from a man perspective. As a man, we have to be careful on how vulnerable we're going to be and how emotional we're going to be or whatever, because it's great, and women will say they want a man to be emotional, show his feelings and all that kind of thing, which is great. But if you are a little too emotional, you cry one time too many, there's going to be an issue. And for every woman, it may be a little different. I mean, and they may say, oh, yeah, you can share with me, you can cry or whatever and be vulnerable. And that's great to a point until you become too emotional. So we got sometimes we have to pull back on that, and we can't always just let out, because again, as a man, women are looking to us to be that leader, that rock, that pillar of strength. They don't want to be with a guy that's overly emotional, overly sensitive. Like I say, you cry one time too many with the wrong woman, right. It is done.
All right, so we got one. I know.
You might need to get up.
I agree with what you said. However, I think it's okay for the man to be vulnerable, because that lets me know, first of all, he's human, and we all go through that. So male or female, we all go through that. Yeah, he's supposed to lead, and he's going to do that. However, he's allowed to have those moments. Cause I'm gonna cry every day.
So him
Being we and see, and I don't. It's not being weak.
Okay, so what they're saying is it's fine. They feel it's fine to be weak. Go ahead, Jeff. We'll move on. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me clarify that. I've been corrected. It's fine to express your moments, but not be weak.
and crying is a way that you show pain, and it's quenching, and if you're hurting, you cry. Okay, so I'm just thank y'all for nodding y'all head, because a man ain't supposed to show he hurting. That's what I. Did he give up? But he made me to be. He also made me to be masculine. So if I do have that moment, this is me. I can't speak for everybody. If I do have that moment, you'll never see it. And yeah, I'm with you. With you.
Hold on a
but
second. I got to put the mic up here because it's a good conversation.
No, I'm with you. Jesus wept. But
Society told men that they can't cry, but that's not what God said. God didn't tell y'all can't cry. He gave y'all emotions.
You're right. He did.
Who told y'all
But
couldn't express
as a masculine man, and this is me. I can't speak for all other men. My girl might see me cry, or she might not. She'll know I'm hurting. She'll know I'm pissed. And if it's a moment that I need to cry, she may not ever see that. If she does, then she understands that her man does that. My girl also understands that I go through shit. But to me, there's nothing to go through unless I'm dying, and it's nothing that I'm going through to cry. But that don't make me Superman, because I go through shit. Everybody, we all go through shit. I haven't been. It's been a long time since.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have.
I've cried.
We're gonna let you say one thing. We're gonna move on.
So all I want to do is speak to the idea of vulnerability, and I think as men, we need to understand that vulnerability is not weakness. It takes a lot more strength to be vulnerable, but I do agree that as a man, you don't need to show it to everybody. I think there's a time and a place for that. But vulnerability and weakness don't go together at all. Vulnerability and strength go together,
Yeah, so you said exactly what I was saying, and back to the root of the question, we said from a potential mate. So everything we said, no, with your real mate, the one you've been with, it's what you guys made. If you got to cry every day in front of her, she's still with you, and vice versa. But a potential mate, I don't know you like that to put my business into you like that. So potential mate, no.
Okay. Hold on.
Even as a woman, I mean, me being an independent woman, I am not quickly to express my feelings to, like you said, a potential mate.
Right.
So it's like you may not ever see me like, okay, wow. I'm not that person. So you may not ever see that until, like you said, we are together. So I'm not one of those women that's gonna be like.
Okay. So what it comes down to is everybody's built a little bit different. Some people may express quicker. Some people may express differently. So we're gonna go to the next one.
Does the time it takes to have sex determine your decision to get in a relationship?
All right. So let me. So here go the question, which kind of goes back to what you were saying a little while ago, to your point, Rodney. Does the time it takes to have sex determine your decision to get in a relationship with that person? Okay, I'm gonna repeat. So does the time it takes to have sex determine your decision to get in a relationship with that person? For instance, if she gave it to me that night, she's automatic out the window as in a relationship. Well, she gave it to me 90 days from now. Oh, she has more in the running to be my potential mate.
Now, I can go a couple ways with this, and that's only because, looking at all of us in this room, we're all different people. We have different personalities. We have different way of expressing ourselves. So just because she gave it up or he gave it up on the first night, don't make them a bad person. Doesn't rule them out of the relationship talks.
Okay.
And again, this depends on the person. So I may be that person that say, oh, it's all right that she gave it up because she real cool and we talk and we connect. Where somebody else like me, she gave it up the first night. You know what? Me and the homeboy's about to come on through and just make it happen how it's going to be.
Hold on.
But again, depends on that person. Doesn't mean she's like that or not.
The reason I'm really I'm drifting on this one. I'm drifting toward Lawrence because he's really the main single person on the most single person on the forum, and this is really addressed to you.
Okay, I see you keep giving up to him, but you gotta remember now. I've been a DJ for how long, and I've been approached. So come on, man, give some props, dog. Come on.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come back. I'm gonna hit that right for you. I hear you, Ronnie. I'm Corey. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this. I don't. It's kind of hard to. I do agree. Like the faster it is, sometimes it may, depend upon what you're after. You might say, you know what, I don't. That's all I want is that because it was quick. That's what I wanted. I went to the club for that, and that's what I got. But ultimately, if the connection is really a good connection, sometimes some things you can't. It's hard to avoid. I'll be honest with you. It'll be hard to avoid. If you have great conversation, you guys are connected on certain levels. It's what we do as people. Period. That's what we do. I mean, so you can't really judge it based on that. But the connection is important, I think. And so if the connection is good, I've heard somebody last time. I think we asked the question was, do people believe in love at first sight? Some people believed in that. I didn't believe in that.
Okay.
I don't believe in that, but I do believe that you can feel a connection with somebody, and it could grow from there. I mean, we're humans, like anything else. Of course, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna connect, and it's gonna become from conversation and emotional to physical. It happens.
Okay. But hold on. I'm gonna let Corey has something to say.
But okay, so you meet a young lady, and you have minimal conversation. Or you have conversation. If I feel like if there's sex, if a young lady approaches me or if I meet a young lady, I think her intentions might be the same as mine. If we have sex on the first night, most women don't have sex on the first night unless they absolutely want to, and it ain't because of no connection, it ain't because of nothing. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do in the first place.
Okay, so what we're really getting at is
is there a time? You said is there a time to base the relationship?
Let me ask you this: if she gives it to me right off the back, because that's what she want to do, that's what I want to do. Am I gonna call her again and say, "Hey, let's go out. Let's go see where it's gonna go"?
I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her and ask her, can we do what we did yesterday? Because that's what the relationship is built based on at that point.
Okay, so that's saying then
that there should be some time between meeting and having sex.
So there's no chance. So she says, what's the time then? What is that time length?
Communication. You're not communicating in 24 hours. You're not communicating in 5 hours. The club. What time the club open? 8 and it close at 2. And you're at the club all night, and there's not enough communication between 8 and 2.
Not at all.
To decide that you're gonna have sex. But if we communicate and we exchange numbers and we have great communication and great conversations, that heightens the level, and it might. So it could be 24 hours.
Okay.
It could be not 24 hours. That's still too fast. 48 to 72 hours to a year.
Okay, so
That alcohol got you.
so hold on.
Numbers.
So 48 to 72 hours. Hold on, real quick. Corey said no. It probably depends on age. The age makes a difference. Age makes a difference. And what would you say?
No, I say I say you can have a relationship with somebody when you had for the first time. I mean, you have sex quickly. It can lead to a relationship. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It's happened for me. I mean, it happened quickly, and it led to a long-term relationship. So it is possible to do it. I think there's some things men get caught up in our sexualities. We're not entitled to express our sexuality, and that's make us a hoe. It means that I wanted to do that, and what comes from that comes from that. But it's such a double standard for us.
How long y'all together?
2 years.
Well, I mean, what I would say, I think is true that you can have sex quickly with someone, and it can turn into a relationship. It doesn't automatically mean that it's just going to be a one night stand, or the guy's going to look at you as like, if you gave it up to me so easy, you're going to give it up to the next guy so easy as well. But again, it goes back to the woman when we're talking about women establishing relationships. You have to date with intention, so you have to let it be known what it is that you're after. And you again, if you meet someone and you just immediately jump into bed and you didn't have any kind of conversation and didn't let your intentions be known what you're after, the probability, not 100%, but the probability that guy is going to keep coming back, if he does come back, he's going to come back just for sex and not for a relationship. But I'm not saying it will happen 100%, but the probability, if you jump into bed the very first night, chances are, if he does come back, it's just going to be sex only.
I got one response.
No, I was gonna say, like, what makes you think she's gonna come back? She gets to decide too.
No, you're right. You're
like
right,
if that did happen, and if it happened quickly, sometimes those questions don't even have to be asked because maybe y'all weren't compatible in that area, and that could be a deal breaker for either she or he.
And that is absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Very true. Very true.
So, baby, let's get the next question ready. Okay. So, me personally, I'm gonna disagree a little bit. Maybe I'm made different, or maybe I'm just me. If you give it to me early, I still will look at you as possible potential because I have some kind of sexual attraction. Because I have have some kind of chemistry or sexual attraction, which could lead to a conversation. After I receive the sex, I'm gonna call because guess what? I was attracted to you. Now let me see what's going on. So the question was: is Marcus at this age or younger Marcus? Honestly, if I wasn't in a relationship, it'd be Marcus at all ages. Yeah. Unfortunately, yes, it may seem like a lot of judgment. You know. So just hold on. So real quick, this is lead to a whole nother thing. Yeah. What's being said over here is feel that women are being judgmental. Is being judgmental on women, and I can.
It might be on that side. Laugh,
Yeah. I know.
Well,
we're gonna go on to the next question before something happen to you.
Okay.
All right.
He said, what's gonna happen?
If a guy looks at other women, does it mean he is not fully into you? What?
All right. So here we go. The question goes: if a guy looks at other women, does it mean he's not fully into you, like his girlfriend is a mate? It's the wandering eye.
Go ahead.
Oh, so hold on. So hold on. So I'm gonna go to Mike first. Then I'm gonna go to you, Lawrence, next. All right, go, Mike.
Well, and this is coming from a man who's been married 31 years. Men are gonna look. I mean, we're human. No different than women gonna look. If they see something they like, they gonna look. Men gonna look. And we're human. I mean, we're not dead. So now,
all right.
If you're gonna act on it, it's a different story. But are we gonna look? Yeah, absolutely.
So real quick, everybody, real quick. So this is my question. If it's all right to look, is there like a certain amount of seconds
I told you. See,
before there's a flag on the
that's why I
play.
like it right there. See, but now it's about how much time you look.
That's
That's
eye contact and all of that. Then there's a flag on the play. Whoever said that, there's a flag on the play when you're trying to make eye contact with that person.
All right. She said if they're trying to make eye contact, yes, we got problems. But a glance is fine. Go
See,
ahead.
so
Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead, Jeff.
so looking, the time of looking, yeah, but it's how you look. You can go, all the gestures, and then the person you sitting there talking to turn their head like, what was that? It's how you look. It's the expression you make when you look, or you can just look, or you can gaze. It's all kind of looking, but it's how you look, how long you look. If it's the reaction behind what you're looking at.
Okay,
but,
so I tell you what, I'm gonna deviate a little bit.
Wait.
Yes.
Let Lawrence answer.
Oh yes, baby. Yes, I mean maybe her, not you.
Oh, I know you're not telling me.
Ain't that freaky.
No. That I didn't like that question at all. Honestly, to be honest with you, because of course, like you said, of course you're gonna look. Men are gonna look, but then you start getting into the time frames and all that. And like Jeff said, yeah, of course, if you're looking like that and the other person is seeing you look like he was talking about, you're making noises and all that. Of course, that's obvious. I mean, that's you. First of all, you're being disrespectful to who you're with. So that right there tells you don't care about or concerned about their feelings. How could you? How could you be? I mean, like he said, if she have to keep telling you that and you really doing that, that's a problem.
Okay.
That's simple.
So I'm just curious. This might deviate. How we good on time?
I was just getting ready to do that. I was with you.
That's what I'm talking about. How a man would feel if the roles were reversed and the woman was looking at another man.
No. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you do. But for Jeff Davis, I don't care who you're looking at. If you look at us up, I don't care who you're looking at, because you at the table with me. I don't care who you're looking at. Now, if you get up and walk away and go holler at him, I'm gone just like you gone. Yeah, we both gone. But if you here with me, and then when we leave, I'm gonna do my.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Rick is going to address what Corey was saying.
I got a remedy for your question. What do you tell a woman with one black eye?
Hold on.
You ain't got but one more time.
Oh no. You see what y'all did?
And we was worried about her. It's you we got to worry about.
I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, I think just real quick though, I think that those. Let me see that. I think that people that are offended because the opposite sex looks at another person, I think that person has some type of security issues. Yeah, low self-esteem. Because how dare you say, especially if we just met, because that question kind of sounds like we just met type of question, and you looking at somebody else. And if you feel a certain way, you should feel a way. If we just met 5 minutes ago, you should feel a way.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna do an experiment, but a demonstration. Come stand up for a second. Now, you gonna play the male role, and I'm gonna play the female role right now.
Oh,
that type of role playing. So we walking, and she is a nice looking female. Tell me do a glance and tell me what's appropriate. Is that acceptable? That's a glance. So that's acceptable. Now, so hold on 1 second. So now show me something that would be inappropriate. So that warrants another black eye. Okay. I just wanted to see.
But here's the ladies.
So I'm gonna give you one here,
Go ahead, Jay.
because you just dealt with an inexperienced man who wait to get that close to look. So if you like me, I'm like 10 feet out. Like, okay, wow, she out on her bang and moved over here. Babe, look at this over. Look.
Hold on. I got one thing to say here.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
I just got this one thing to say. Now, females are probably laughing at this whole thing because females can tell what we gonna look at way ahead of schedule. Am I lying? They already know. They can see it. You walk in the store, they can already point out she hit that one, and that one. They already know that.
So
we acting like we the ones confused in all of this. They not. So, I knew you was gonna look.
So a woman. So hold on, everybody, real quick.
They knew.
Make eye contact twice. We gonna one last. We gonna move on. So what I'm saying is, your true woman knows what you like.
You said the nod down.
Come on,
I'm with my woman.
I just wanted to say, and I'm just speaking about myself. As I have aged, my lustful eye has closed. When I was younger, I looked with lust in my eye. And that was a problem. It really was. But now I can look at women, beautiful women, women that are shaped that I like without lusting over them. And I don't think that's a problem. And that's on either side, in my opinion.
I like that.
It's like we were saying, though.
I just got lazy.
It's the look in your reaction.
That hat was gonna turn green if you ain't saying right.
Yeah, you want more chance. That question wasn't right. Sit next to your wife. Okay. So that's actually good. See, that's a good exchange. Yeah. So, cause I'm not gonna lie. I've been guilty of looking on multiple occasions, and I've been guilty of being caught. All right. So here we go.
What outside factors should men consider when evaluating a woman for a relationship? Houses or kids?
Okay. So let me repeat the question. So, this is a real good question. What outside factors do men consider when evaluating a woman for a relationship? When we talk about how she keep her house, or how many kids, if she has, or how many kids, or how well the kids behave.
It depends on the man and the type of woman he's looking for. If a man is looking for a housewife, he's looking for somebody that's going to stay home and cook and clean and all this, that, and the other. He's looking at how clean she's keeping her house and how she acts, how she dresses around him. If he's looking for the hood rat, that's who he wants to be with. He's looking at how well she rolled the blunt and how she deal with her baby daddies and this, that, and the other. I'm just saying, because again, it's different people and it's different things they're looking for and what they consider to be a successful relationship. So, it comes down to the man and what he's looking for. We all don't match up right away. So, like I was saying before, being a DJ, yes, I've met tons and tons of women before I met my wife. And what I met was the club girls, the radio groupies, this, that, and the other. They were all out looking for something. When I met my wife, she was completely different than anything I ever thought was out there. She was the one I thought I wasn't supposed to have. And what kept me with her was, I'm looking for these other women in the clubs to do the things that I want them to do. And here it is, she's doing them because this is what she wanted to do. It wasn't because I asked her to. And I never had to say, I wish I had a woman to do this, that, and the other. She was the one telling me, hey, I'm going to go do this. I'm like, for real? Okay, let me shut the hell up. Come on, let's go. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. When she told me she wanted to go watch the game and have a beer, I was like, yeah, let me go buy the ring right quick because we good. I ain't got nothing. I have nothing else to look for. And again, it depends on the person. What I thought I wanted wasn't that. It was something completely outside of that. So, like I said, it depends on the person or the man and what it is he's looking for in a woman, what he considers a successful relationship.
Anybody want to ask something real quick? Go ahead, Mike.
Well, to add on to that, I agree with what he's saying, but from what I feel from a man perspective, he's looking at everything. He's looking at how many kids you got, whether he's looking at how well you keep your house. He's looking at your mannerisms, how you carry yourself. He's looking at everything, and he's evaluating everything. No different than what you would look at in a man. You're going to evaluate him. What kind of job he got? Is he motivated? Is he confident? You guys are going to be judging everything, and we do the exact same thing. And based on what that man, what he wants, that's what he's going to go after. Every man is a little different. Every man wants a little different things in women, but they're going to evaluate everything, the total package.
I kind of think in dating that some things have changed. There was a question posed about what has changed in men and women, right, over time. And I think right now I'm seeing a kind of a change where men are looking for more the career woman. That woman that's bringing home, certain income. Not good or bad. There's no judgments there, but that's something that I've seen change within the dating realm here recently, is that they are looking more at the status of a woman.
Not real men. Not real men.
I think you can be a real man and look at
Real men don't worry about what a woman makes. Real men don't worry about how much money a woman makes. Yeah, I don't. If but he don't. Okay, maybe a career woman, but he ain't concerned about how much money she make, long as she's doing something. That's if she's doing something, we don't care about that. Well, so how much money you make? If a man on the first date, any date, asks you how much money you make before he decide that y'all get married, then he's looking for what's in your pocket. Somebody that can take care of him. And men, real men, don't look for women to take care of them. We look for women. We look for women that'll take care of us when we're down, if we're sick or things that. But I ain't looking for no woman to take care of me. Mine to pay no bills, no nothing. Now, if she does something, I have what's called my own bottle of Kool-Aid, and she can add sugar to it if she would like to. That makes it sweeter. I'm cool with that. But I got my Kool-Aid already. I got mine already.
Okay. We got something. One more. Come on.
I mean, because we only have men on the panel. So I'm just okay. Say what you just said again. Say what you, Jeff.
Which part? I just said
the last part.
The Kool-Aid,
Kool-Aid,
the sugar in the Kool-Aid.
And blah blah blah. You have your own Kool-Aid.
I have my own Kool-Aid.
Now I lost my train of thought.
That means I do my own thing. My money is my money.
So
if she adds to it,
does her own thing.
we can't do we.
I mean, I'm just saying her
No.
own thing. She
But
makes
what
her
I'm saying.
own money, and then you guys get together. I'm sorry.
No, that's what we might do.
No.
All right. So.
I'm like, I just want to. I don't want them.
Go ahead. Just say.
I don't remember.
I'll translate.
Let's come back.
All right. So.
I lost my train of thought.
I got you. I'll get it back for you.
Okay.
So, with that being said, now, me personally, if she makes more than me, only way I know that is maybe about her career, as we general conversation. Even then, one thing that anybody that dated me will tell you is very rare. You gonna pull your wallet out before I pull mine. If I'm giving you me, my wallet is part of me. I want to show you and treat you like something special. So, to me, like I say, that's just part of being what it is. So if man, like I say, asks you super inquisitive or extra about your finances, yeah, you may want to do something about it. Go ahead, speak. I'll translate.
Okay, my mom. I have an older mom. Okay, my mom is 84 this year. So my mom has always told me, to let me know, don't count my money. I mean, I make decent money, but I mean, even guys that I date, don't count my money. I'm not selfish with my money. I'm freely giving, but I'm like, don't count my money. You pay all the bills and do whatever you're gonna do, so don't count my money. So I just want to know how you guys feel about that. I know that's probably not a question, but that's where I was.
All right, so let me kind of repeat what she's saying. So she was raised.
I got this.
Correct me if I'm saying it wrong. She was raised The money she makes is her money. You're the man. Take care of the household. I don't mind chipping here and there, but you should be able to take care of everything without me. Is that what you're saying? Don't worry about what I got. If I make $100,000 and you make 50, we better be living in a $50,000 household.
We're gonna be okay, but I mean, I'll come in where I need to, but you know, at the same
You're just icing on the cake.
So what you sound like you're saying, what you sound, what it sounds like you're saying is in the household there's two money pots, but we ain't gonna worry about your money, but we gonna no. No. But you're no. Yeah, we do count your money because you count our money. We do. Yeah. If we're married and we're in the same household, your money does count. I'm pardon you. I love your mother. I want to be 87 one day too. But bull, because it's not your pot and my pot. Because if that's the case, then you take your ass and go get you $100,000 house.
we come in with that and see if personally I can go do that.
No, but we okay. But what I'm saying is, if you want to have your own, you go have your own without me. Cause ain't no I and we. Ain't no it is three entities in the household, but it's only two people. And those three entities that's in the household is one entity in the household, and so all that goes in the pot is all that goes in the pot, not what you feel like giving or keeping your own. Because again, if you want to keep your own, this house is over there. You know.
Okay, so Pat, go ahead. So, all right, hold on. So I'm gonna let Mike get it. I'm coming. So Mike, say your piece. I'm gonna let her get in. Let Tam get in.
Right. Well, I mean, from my perspective on that, I mean that's when it goes back to where you have to. I mean, everybody has to understand what their role is, and obviously, as a man, we are going to be the providers. And the thing is, though, when a woman gets with a man, you want to know that he already has his castle. You're going to step in and be the queen to that castle, but he already has what he has. Now, if you have things you want to bring to the table, then bring them to the table. And it's going to be divvied up, and we're going to, as a man, we're going to divide it all up, and we're going to do what we do with it. I mean, but it's not a situation where you're going to keep yours off to the side and only spend mine, and we're not going to touch yours. But by the same token, again, is one, you need to make sure that whoever you're going to get with, he already has something set up. He already has his castle. He already has he's on his purpose already. You come in and add to his purpose.
Okay.
But you're not going to create the purpose. He already got his purpose.
Okay. So guys, we gonna speak to we got to move on. We got one more comment. Go ahead, Lawrence.
So, where does that come from?
So
And the reason why I'm asking that because just so the concept of a relationship is two people becoming one person. That's what this is about. So how the things that destroy most relationships are two things: communication, money. If you ever put like you say, this is mine going in, that's like having one foot out the door the whole time. That'll be the thing that'll destroy the relationship. You got to be willing to say, you know what? I'm sacrificing all that I have for this relationship like you are so that we can become one. You will never grow that way because you'll always saying, you know what? I'm keeping this stash for me, not for us. And that
you've already said, just in case this don't go right, I still got.
Just because you were talking about, I never. There's a story. I'm gonna say this story, and I'm gonna stop. But I ever get this story with this. Y'all might have heard this before. But there was this lady. She taught her children about every Thanksgiving she would make a ham. She made that ham and she'd cut off one part of the ham, right, and cook it. And then one day, the child got older. The child did the same thing. She made the ham. The mother was over there. The mother said, "What?" She cut the part of the ham off and put it in the stove and cooked it. And the mother said, "What? Well, why did you do that? Why'd you cut off the part of it?" He said, "Well, that's how I was taught." She said, "Well, baby, the only reason why I cut it off because I didn't have a pan big enough to fit the rest of the pieces." So just because that was something somebody's taught you, does not mean that's something you should run with. Because the reality of it is that you have to have, like, you got to open yourself completely up. You want to be in a relationship with one person. And see, that means that one thing, yeah, I'll be holding you back. Like, nuh-uh, he can't spend that.
All right.
And look, even if you want to budget and say, look, I'll give you
Okay.
an allowance, whatever. But, no, we can't. Oh, no.
Hold on.
That ain't
We
work.
got to go. Sometimes I hate this, but we got one comment. We got to move on.
I just hang out with a lot of guys, and it's my role to sit and listen. I try not to have judgments so that guys can feel open and honest around me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes as women, we just need to be quiet and listen and let guys say what they got to say, no judgment, that sort of thing. So I listen to guys, and I hear guys, a lot of times I say, well, hey, man, well, so what should you do? And so if she says something like, maybe dental hygienist, maybe something like that. Guys will kind of look at them like, I don't know. So I do believe there are conversations where dudes do sit around and ask what a woman does for a living, and that does set the parameters as to whether they're going to pursue a relationship. And I don't know, like I say, I know this is real conversation. These are 40-year-old professional men, and they will ask, what does she do?
All right, so I hate to say it, I was supposed to move on, so we just gonna y'all was chomping at the bit for this. Only one of you can answer, respond, and make it short. Who want to respond? Go ahead. Oh, you got the mic in his hand. Oh Lord.
Jeff already got it.
The thing about that kind of man that when you ask a woman what she does for a living and she tells you something that's supposed to generate a bunch of money, those men are not. They are so intimidated. They're weak. Those are weak. He's a punk. Because if you can't be in competition if love don't have competition attached to it. Period. So now the world and life has competition to it, but love don't have competition to it. So in competition, you are already intimidated by a person that makes $100,000 if you only make 20.
But have you not been around a group of men and they do not ask that question about you?
I don't hang with those kind of men.
So you don't have those conversations?
I don't have those. Real men don't have those conversations. I don't care about age. Age don't make you a man. Responsibility does. The difference between a boy and a man is responsibility. So the age don't. 40-year-old men, 30-year-old men.
Hold on, we got it. Yeah, damn, I know. Too late. All right. So next question. So, Lawrence, I'm gonna give. No, because the reason I say this because he's the most single person up there, the only single person up there. Yeah, I'm gonna get y'all in trouble. Yeah. Yeah. I better choose my words wisely next time, huh? I get in trouble for that a lot. All right. Yeah. Nobody can hear these comments, right? So y'all laughing, but why are men attracted to crazy women? Oh, wait. So whoa. Time out. I'm gonna sit down on this because there's not one. Out of 4 men up there, I guarantee at least 2 of them has messed with a crazy woman and went back. Why is it labeled crazy? Oh, no. First of all, time. Hold. So we getting a lot of pushback on the word crazy. First, let's not let. Hold on, Corey. I got you. So, just because I say crazy women does not automatically make every woman crazy. So we're gonna define crazy like you asked. Drop the girl code. So
Let me give you the first answer on that.
I'm gonna define crazy real quick, Diggs, and you got it, bro.
So I can't define crazy because every man's perception of a woman being crazy is gonna be different. But what I can say, in every man's defense up in here, we didn't know she was like that when we met her. We had no idea.
So
We gave her another chance, and we saw even she was even
hold
more.
on, let him finish because he's about to say what.
No, because sometimes they say, hey, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was just a certain situation. Maybe she's getting out of a crazy relationship. So we say, okay, well, give you a second chance. We gonna hang out. But for us, that second chance to hang out, we just figured out how much more crazy she is, and now her ass won't stop calling. She all up in that. We just didn't know. Had we known that ahead of time.
So hold on.
So like I said, each man is gonna have a. Go ahead.
I got hold on. I got pause the button. 'Cause it's too many words being spoken and not enough answers. So let me give some parameters. I got you. So when we gonna define what crazy is. So Diggs, you got a mic. What you consider crazy?
Okay, so back to what I was saying, because there's a bunch of different men in here, and a lot of us gonna take a little more than the other one. So what I may perceive as crazy, the next man may perceive as being normal. The next man may perceive like, oh, she just bat shit out of this world. Somebody need to come get the straitjacket for her. So that depends on the person. So for me, crazy. And I'm a straight up dude. I don't have time to lie. I don't have time to beat around the bush. I ain't trying to play games. If I say, hey, look, I don't think it's gonna work out. Maybe we should just part ways. If I see you, I say hi. No hard feelings. If you keep calling me, and you showing up in front of my house, and you showing up in front of my job, you calling my mama saying, hey, where is he at? I can't get in touch with him. Okay, you're right at the beginning stage of crazy. You know.
Beginning?
No, this beginning stage. I can understand trying to get over. Cause you don't think I'm real serious about not one. Cause some dudes gonna cuss you out. Look, bitch, leave me alone. I don't want to mess with you. That's gonna be their first response. I'm a little nicer with it. Hey, look, it ain't gonna work out. Go ahead. Now, if I got to go the other route, no, that's something different. If you don't get it then yes, then I know you're officially crazy. Maybe you just didn't get it before because you're used to guys treating you a certain way. But me, Diggs, I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to be nice about it.
Right.
I'm going to let you down cool. But if you don't get the point, then the nigga got to come out.
So I'm going to ask this question then. So this is my question to that, on my addition to that question then, when this question arose. Why, once we established there on the crazy, that example of crazy, we go back?
Sex was good.
That's the answer right here.
Hold up.
The answer was sex is good.
Hold up. Two reasons. Sex was good and it was easy to get. You can make the one call and she there, regardless of how crazy she was.
Yeah. So they're saying who fault is that now?
Yeah, now that's on you. That's on the man for making that call.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Hey, how many times you gonna put your hand in that fire and get scorched? You should have learned the first time.
We'll start. Let's go to the next one. All right. So I'm gonna go to you, Mike. Then I'm gonna go to somebody else. How long does it take for a man to consider himself in a monogamous that N-word relationship? Monogamous.
How long does it take?
How long did it take for you to consider that? Like, what point do you say, hey, I'm not messing with nobody else?
For me, I mean, that's what, again, that kind of goes back to dating with intentions. You pretty much have to set the parameters from day one as what it is you're trying to do. If you just casually dating, just want to hook up, then it is what it is. I mean, but if you're dating with intentions and, hey, it's going to be a relationship, it's going to be monogamous. I mean, so every man is different on what it is that he wants, but you just have to set those parameters right up front as to what it is. So I think what happens with a lot of people is they confuse dating and dating with intentions. I mean, just casually dating, having sex. Unfortunately, with a lot of the way the generation is going nowadays, casual dating has become a thing where you can just have sex, no questions asked, it's no big deal, and it's just nothing to it. And unfortunately, it's where women have a tendency of trying to date like men. And unfortunately,